Sam's off doing around the gateways ready for harvest on the hedge cutter. Andrew's getting the tractor and drop the mini digger off at the village hall to get ready for the AstroTurf. The combine's not doing anything today, it's just sat there patiently waiting for its header. Got the ramps dirty. Got Joe's digger on, we're going to take it to the village hall and get ready for the AstroTurf. Just had a skip in with Greenway, so we're going through it. I found this. Looks like a branch. Doesn't sound like a branch. So lucky we found that before it went and smashed. £170 worth of teeth off the chipper. Brought Joe's digger up here. James is going to come up, scrape this grass off because that's going to be AstroTurf. So when we put a window in there, it doesn't get more different things treaded in, and it's a good outside space for sort of kids' play groups and things. We're going to order some fencing for over there and some fencing for there, so when the kids are in the back, they're in a safe place as well and can't run round onto the road. You know when you have that pile of soil and you don't know what to do with it because it's got bits of bricks and stones in it, and you tip it on the field out the way, eventually it comes to the point where the field starts to get full. So we've got the screener over here, we're screening it now, taking all the stones and the rubble and the bits of wood out of it, so we can do something with them. All the scraps there, and then we've got some nice clean soil the other side there that we can level back out on the field. Found that as well, block off a trailer. I think we lost that about 5 years ago. Must have been when it was wet and we were tipping on there, it got stuck in the mud and pulled the pin out. At the village hall with James now and Joe's digger. It's going to scrape off this area. The AstroTurf's 5 metres wide, so we go 5 metres by the length of the building. I think it's about 14. And that'll have that AstroTurf. And like I said, we're going to cut out and put a window in there sometime when we get a chance. And then it just makes the whole space inside a lot more rentable for people for parties. And we'll try and get some of the grass around here growing a bit better as well. You know, I was saying before about when you have that field where you put stuff that you don't know what to do with. Classic example, this is the moss and the soil and the grass from the village hall. So we normally tip it in our field, leave it to rot, and then spread it about. Anyway, I'm going to stick it through the screener and then get rid of it that way. So we should end up with some grass and bits and bobs. But that's the kind of thing that you put on fields that are small and out of the way. If you're really quiet and you look closely, you can see a deer there at the watering hole. I've swapped buckets because we didn't quite get it all in the last bucket, half of it, so we'll go back with a bigger bucket. Hopefully we'll get the rest of it in this. It means just one more journey. Good job of swap buckets. It's all sort of dug off now, just a little bit of a pile that was left from the other day that we'd missed, so just pack that in and then that's all ready then for Tony to get prepped up for the AstroTurf. The big heavy wagons here load testing the Weighbridge up to 50 tonne. Calibrate it, check it's all working correctly. You get all the weights off the wagon, put it on the Weighbridge and take it up a tonne at a time and test all the different corners. Check that it's all weighing correctly, and then they part the wagon on, and then they put the weights then on the wagon, and then that takes up to like 50 tonne to check that everything's working correctly, and then that's all calibrated then for the next 12 months as long as nothing goes wrong with it. Say 6 tonne, and there's 6 weights on it, so that's pretty good. I'm going to put on 2 on now. 12 and a bit now, just the weight of the forklift. So hopefully now that'll say 8 tonne. Bang on. That's a spider. Look at that. It's got a hairy back as well. Silverback. Do you reckon that's dangerous? I'm going to keep that and hide it and give it to someone that doesn't like spiders.
Play hide and seek.
I'll just go and get a matchbox for it, and I'm not going to say who I'm going to give it to, but beware. Project shed update, more brickwork going up today. Now we've got the scaffolding up. We're just wondering if we've got enough bricks left though. Someone has squeezed past these bollards, driven into this field, and then fly tipped over there. Got some rubble, some concrete, some bricks, pallet, some builder's bags, eco drain. Ooh, a nice plastic bucket. Doesn't look like anything wrong with that. It's just a joke, isn't it? We've found some evidence though. We've got a load of names and the costs of them. We've got a collection note from the local builder's yard, including a registration. And we've got a name of someone and a road. And what else have we got? We've got some more receipts from Billsley and Files. Again, local builders merchants. And this is one for the police. Slight problem with the hedge cutter. The bolts that hold the hydraulic pump on fell off, so it needs bolting back on. So Sam's just doing it now. Just going to find some nuts. These bolts here had wobbled out and it dropped down. Picking a mini digger up, and I couldn't really turn around by the village hall, so I went to the new farm to turn around. I was coming back and it reminded me about yesterday's coincidence. So I said there was a freaky one. On the way back, so sort of like 3 doors down, there's a big house. And in that big house used to live, that sounds like once upon a time, doesn't it? In that big house used to live a racing driver, and he saved a guy from a burning race car at the Nürburgring and won a Queen's medal for it. Anyway, a film came out about 5 years ago, maybe 6 years ago, called Rush, and in it they reenact the burning race car at the Nürburgring where Niki Lauda gets badly burnt, a Formula 1 driver, and the guy that rescued him out of the burning car was played by the man's son that did it in real life. Anyway, the week the film came out, he died in a car crash in a burning racing car. So what a wicked twist of fate that is, that one, you win a medal for saving someone out of a burning racing car, but then, you know, 50 years later or whatever, you lose your son in the same scenario. It's just mad. Anyway, he used to live years ago 3 doors down from the other farm anyway, so that's how I know about it. But it's a good film if you want to watch it. It's called Rush. It's not for kids, but it's with James Hunt and Niki Lauda about Formula 1 back in their era. If you've seen it, let me know. The auger is now on the combine and sticks out the back at a ridiculous amount, and that is why it folds. It's not set up to fold yet because it's only just lifted on, and you've got to sort of set the catch within that ram when it goes round, and then that'll be ready to go. So I got a video last night of it folded right out. It's ridiculous, so I'll show you that now. Just folded the auger out and it's ridiculous how far around it comes. You see, windows are dusty. I'll jump down and show you. I've got the spout on yet, but it's ridiculous. 12 metres from the centre of the machine. Anyway, that ram was yesterday's quiz question in there. And it is to control that. So loads of people say it's auto contour. Well, it's not. It's to control the pitch of the knife, so that'll rock forwards and backwards, so that you can get the knife even lower to the floor for really shaving it if it's corn that's gone flat, or peas or things like that. So that was something we didn't have on the other combine, and it's obviously an advantage on this one, hopefully. This is today's quiz question. Does anyone know what them little stickers are on a lot of tractors and machinery? If you think you know, leave a comment below. So if you remember, I wanted rain, so we cut some hay and laid some concrete in rain, which means we've not got the best of finishes on the concrete base, but it's good enough because it's having a log cabin on it anyway, so that's good. And we've had rain and things are growing, so we'll go and have a look now how things are growing. Quick sunflower update. This field that we sown last Thursday has now got pigeons all over it, so that means that the sunflowers must be coming through. Hope it's not too windy and you can hear me. The hares have been chewing that one off. But we had rain last night, so we got moisture, and these seem to be doing pretty well. These are growing really quick now, this third field, and it's not got anywhere near the weed amount in the other one. And then, like I say, the other field should be coming up now because the pigeons are on it, so they're obviously nipping off as they come up, just like they have done here. I actually think in the last couple of days though, the sunflowers have grown quicker than the sweet corn. Well, certainly in height, but I think the sweet corn's just gathering more leaves at the bottom and actually not really getting much higher. It's still only about a foot high, but it does look good. Quick look at these, not quite waist height, getting there though. They've definitely come on the last sort of day or so, and hopefully they'll keep going now they've got a bit more moisture. But I think I still will put a bit of fertiliser on them just to keep them a bit, well, kick them on a bit really. Hopefully they'll get a bit taller as well. The hares have totally savaged this bit here though. They've just gone through like a strimmer. But I think that's because there's a lot of young ones on here. But hopefully them sunflowers will still grow, and instead of having one seed head, they'll have multiple seed heads. So I have to remember to sort of check this area in a month or so and see what it looks like. Just found this pink helium balloon in a field of beans. So what kind of bird's that from? Pink feathers? Someone plucked a flamingo for it, or have they dyed them? What do you think? Anyway, is it littering, or has a small child let go of it by mistake and lost it and cried? I think it's probably littering, to be fair. You know, the beans are coming on well. They're loving the fact that they've had a bit of rain. This is a bit of a poor bit of the field because this is where it floods quite a lot. But if we go a little bit further over, getting quite a bit of height to them now. I actually think they're growing faster than the sunflowers and the sweet corn at the moment. And we've got now, if you look at this one, actually got pods from the first flowers. They've podded already, and then we've still got all this height up here with more flowers. So they are, you know, sort of like jean pocket height, getting near waist height and pods. So I made up with that because we've got quite a big acreage of beans this year, and if they don't grow, you can lose a lot of money. If you get it right, they're a cheap crop to grow and they can make you some money. So hopefully we'll keep going. After some T-shaped rubber to stop dirt going down the Weighbridge. Anyway, it's £81 for a 3 metre length of what we need. Does anyone know anywhere any cheaper than Par Direct on the internet, or do they do a discount? If you know anyone, just let me know, please, and I'll order it tomorrow. That's it for today. Got a great outro from Dan Bell on Instagram that sent me. Don't forget Twitter AgriContract, Instagram AgriContract. Thank you very much for watching, because the more people that watch, the more money I get paid to pay for my sprayer. So seriously, thanks for watching. Actually, just one last thing. Can people stop tagging me in the Project Merlot that's on Facebook? I've been tagged in it all day. I'm not interested in buying another Merlot and doing it up, especially not in the summer, maybe in the winter. Anyway, you can watch another video there and you can subscribe over there. I'll see you tomorrow.